Hey guys.
Fellas,
hey,
let's be honest.
hey boys. This is a podcast called Blast from the Past, where we talk about times from our youth where we used to blast. Just stories about, coming of age.
You'd think that the intro would be a lot easier,
Yeah,
but you're
it's
like,
so hard.
you're like, hey guys, blast from the past. You know what we're talking about. We're talking about blast in the past.
Yeah, times we used to.
Yeah,
Oh, that's what it should say. It's a coming of age podcast.
coming of age with a U.
Yeah, coming of age.
All right. Retake. One more time.
Boys, welcome to the podcast. This is a Blast from the Past. It's a coming of age podcast where we talk about our youth and when you used to blast.
Why'd you look at? You delivered that, but then you had like 1,000-yard stare, like you had one on mine. You're like,
No, I'm good. I'm happy with that one.
yeah, no, this is nice. This is a nice setup. We're both laying on a bed. I got a blanket over my legs, like I'm in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah. Hey, did your legs don't work?
My legs don't work because I blasted so hard that my legs are weak.
My boy Nick's here. He's visiting from Baltimore.
Yep.
We decided to record our first episode of Blast from the Past, where we talk about stuff we used to blast.
There's only going to be one episode. So the first and last episode
this
of
is
this.
the one and only episode.
Yeah, this
of
is a
Blast
one
from
and
the
done,
Past.
kind of when you shoot your load and it's over.
Yeah, and then you have clarity and you're like, we shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, we shouldn't have done this. Yeah, we're going to have post-pod clarity.
Post-nut pod clarity, dude.
So yeah, what's a moment? What's a moment for you?
No, I'm the host.
Out?
I'm the host, dude.
I'm supposed to answer first.
Yeah, dude. So tell me about a time. What comes to mind, dude?
God, there's so many. It's like when you die, I hope like every blast like comes. You live every blast yet again.
You don't hope to see like your family and your friends. You hope it's just like a POV.
I mean, if you do see every moment, you're seeing the blast moments too.
You think you're gonna see every moment of your life and not just the key moments?
Yeah, dude. First of all, I was thinking like when you see like just calling nutting blasting is so good. Like it's so nuts. Like it's so crazy. Like imagine like coming and you're like, get out of the blast radius. Just like yelling.
The blast zone.
Yeah, the splash zone.
Splash zone, dude.
It's SeaWorld.
Get a poncho.
Yeah. Okay, so blasts from the past. There's so many. There's so many good ones to choose from.
Yeah,
there's so many shameful ones.
The thing is, these blasts we're talking about are very like funny, interesting blasts because.
Okay, yeah. No, sorry, finish.
Yeah, like just like a memorable one because you don't know what you're doing when you're young and you're just horny as hell.
Yeah.
And you're just trying to get one out.
That dog's trying to get one out right now.
That dog's blasted, dude.
Okay. So definitely, I guess the first blast was probably the most memorable blast, because I blasted so much since then, right?
Yeah.
And they just all, filter it out, But the first blast, I hadn't blasted before, but I was figuring out what was going on.
Yeah.
Like I was getting hard, but I wasn't blasting. You know what I mean?
But did you know you were supposed to blast?
I didn't know. I didn't really even think about it. I was really just like an edgelord. You know what I mean? I was just like kind of like edging. Like I was edging before I was blasting.
Right, but you didn't know you were edging. You were just like, this
I
feels
know.
great.
I didn't know. I was like, this is fucking awesome. Like if nothing happened after this would be great.
Yeah.
But then like one time, and it's like what I was watching back then as blast material was just lesbians kissing. I don't know if you started the same way.
Those are good starting points for sure.
I think every boy starts out like girls kissing is like the ultimate.
And it was on YouTube.
It was on YouTube.
Yeah.
You just put hot girls kissing, and then you'd watch it, and then there was one, and it was like it was twins.
Yeah.
It was like twin, but they weren't twins. It was just like two
weird.
blonde girls.
It's
It's weird.
At a young age, you're like,
Hey, there wasn't a lot that came up on those two girls kissing. It was like you had like 8 videos to choose from.
Yeah.
So I was like, I had gone through like the first 7. So I was like, all right, I'll try out twins. And then like I was doing it, sort of edging away. And then like I felt like something. Like this was the first time I felt like it coming up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I felt it, and my first instant reaction was just to clench.
Stop
So,
it.
yeah. So like as soon as like I was
God.
about to, I fucking clenched. But then like some just dribbled out.
Oh man.
And then I looked down and I felt this immense sadness because I was like,
no.
I broke my penis. Like nothing's supposed to come out. Like what the hell? And I walked downstairs, and my grandma's in the kitchen, and she's like making something, and she has no idea. Like in my head is like, you know, like the Platoon music, like when Willem Dafoe gets shot,
Running,
like those
yeah.
the strings, like, and I'm just like walking down, just head cut, and then like I got a boner like 30 minutes later, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, what?
Redemption.
Yeah, I was like, second go, and then I did not clench,
Yeah.
let it fly, and I was like, oh my god, you
Yeah.
know, it was like the discovery of like what ended my life. It was really the sort of biting the apple.
You
know?
Yeah, there's a turning point for it.
It's a turning point.
for
It was a bad turning point.
Yeah.
I really wish I never blasted ever
Yeah.
until, like, I wish I went Christian.
Imagine, because you don't know that you're going to blast off. Imagine you just never blast off and you're like, yeah, this is what it is.
Yeah, this is what it is. But then, like, people talk about coming and you're, like, so confused.
You're like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, they're like, what? White stuff shoots out of your penis? And then that's how you know it's over?
And you just have, your whole life, you just have veins popping out of your head. Like, what are you talking about, dude?
You're just so stressed.
Yeah. Like,
You just, yeah.
You know what's crazy? I don't remember the first time. I can't remember.
That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign if you don't remember. What are you?
Yeah, I can't remember. I remember, I don't even know. I think I was just playing with my wiener and, I think
You don't remember any setting? Anything?
I remember from those early days, I remember I would come back from school and I'd put on TV and then there'd be reruns of The Girls Next Door on E!
Ooh, that was big.
And I'd put that on. And every few moments, they'd have like you'd see them in like lingerie and stuff. And you'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, man,
Yeah, you were just trying to sneak.
The Girls Next Door was a show for women. Wasn't it?
I have no idea. I think it was a show for little boys to blast to.
It was a show for women, but I was putting it on like, yo.
I think a lot of kids were putting it on.
I'm in the corner. I'm in the pocket.
Yeah. And then you're like, dude, Hugh Hefner's the coolest guy ever.
He's so cool. He's so old.
Yeah, he's 78
He's
and he
so
still
old.
blasts.
He's
That's
still
so
blasting.
cool. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Imagine if you still wanted to blast at that age.
I hope you do.
I don't want to.
You don't want to?
No, hang my jersey up in the rafters. You know what I mean?
You want to be done? You want to retire?
I want to retire, dude.
Do you think you'll?
I might have an early retirement.
Do you think
you know?
when you do that last blast, you'll be like, that was it?
Yeah. That'd be nice, right?
Last one.
Yeah. It's almost like the last, like in outlaw movies, like in Clint Eastwood movies, where he's like, this is the last dance for me. You know, like this is the last time I'm going to be a fucking scumbag.
And then the next day, you're like, nah.
Yeah, and then the next day, the sheriff
dude.
comes over to your house. He's like, we need you to blast
And you're
one
like,
more
all right,
time.
all right.
Sam Elliott comes over and we need you to blast one more time.
You're never gonna stop blasting. I don't think.
I'm not Blastoise, bro. I'm a human being.
That'll be. Then we'll do when we're old. We'll do blast in the future.
The last blast.
Blast in the future.
The blast samurai.
The blast. Yeah, the last blast.
The blast dance.
The blast dance.
We write like what Phil Jackson did for Michael Jordan.
It's a documentary just about blasting.
Yeah. But you're like the Michael Jordan of blasting. Like this guy was like so.
He was blasting.
He was
everywhere.
prolific.
He
dude.
was blasting all over me, dude.
You're just interviewing your friends. This guy
Your
was
friends are
just-
like, man, he couldn't stop blasting.
Yeah,
This
bro.
is
He was a
insane.
blastaholic,
He was
bro.
blasting.
all that was on his mind was blasting.
Mad respect.
And then it's like Michael Jordan. He's just like consumed with like how obsessed he was with
Yeah.
it. So it'd be just like the Michael Jordan blasting. He's just like I just couldn't.
Couldn't put my.
I couldn't sleep if I didn't blast at
Couldn't
least
keep my
8
hands
times
away
a
from
day.
it, man.
Yeah.
I'll blast it left and right, up and down the court, man. I'll blast
Blasting
it.
left and right, up and down, diagonally.
Yeah, dude. Best blaster. Dude, I'll blast more than you can, dude. Put your money on the table. Let's blast.
You don't want to be in my blast radius though. All right, dude. You gotta tell one.
Yeah.
What about your days working at Starbusters?
I never worked there. I was just a child. And I helped customers out. My parents owned a video store called Starbusters, dude. It was a mix of Starbucks and Blockbuster because we served coffee and we had movies. And I would just help. Customers would come in, and I was just a little Indian boy who'd be like, oh, you're looking for Saving Private Ryan? It's over here in the war section. And I would just show people where movies were.
So you were like almost like a concierge. for the place.
I was a little runner, dude.
But you also were like a little mini MrSkin.com.
I was a little MrSkin.com because we would get movies and then I would watch them by myself and I'd be like, all right, 1 hour, 2 minutes, so she takes her tits out.
Yeah. You'd have the blast annotations.
Blast annotations, yeah. A popular one was Showgirls.
Oh, yeah.
With Elizabeth Berkley.
Mm.
You ever seen it?
I have.
Yeah.
Just a blast.
Just a blast.
Yeah.
I used to stay home from school, sick, and then go pull out Showgirls.
Yeah.
Put it in the PS2.
It kind of tracks, though, because there'd be tissues everywhere. And you'd be like, yeah, I've just been blowing my nose all day.
It's crazy to put a DVD in the PS2 just to whack on. Because the PS2
Dude,
starts,
full screen whacking off
you're
to
hard
a movie.
and you're getting the remote.
Because now we just use phones, right? Like, you're not a
Yeah,
psycho,
yeah.
right? Okay, yeah. Because, like, I couldn't imagine putting something into a PS2 and being like, yes.
I would hide the DVD under my bed.
Wow.
And then when my mom would go to work, I would pull it out and then put it in the PS2. And you know the PS2 start screen where it's like, and just like blocks and stuff. And I'm just sitting there hard waiting for it to load. And then you start playing it, but then you gotta like have the controller right here, and you gotta like skip.
You're furiously skipping.
And the scenes were kind of short, so you'd have to skip back and start it over again.
Oh, wow.
And then I go to school the next day, and people are like, "You were sick," and I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm good now,
dude,
dog."
I was a sick
I
puppy,
got a 24-hour bug, dude. All good.
That's so funny. Like, somebody comes in to, like, rent, like, Desperado or something.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, this is a great flick.
This is great.
It's a great flick. You want to get to minute 49. Because then you just see the beautiful Salma Hayek and Antonio Banderas make love.
I'm trying to think what other movies. Oh, American Pie was one, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was a big one.
That was a big blast.
I was thinking, because I used to do that, but with cable.
Yeah.
So, like, I would, like, because my mom had, like, Showtime and,
HBO,
yeah,
Showtime.
Cinemax.
Yeah.
So there was Skinemax late at night.
Late at night.
It would be, like, 11:30, 12:30.
Oh, at my
for me.
I remember it used to be on like 2, 3 a.m. So I used to set
Really?
an alarm to blast. So I go to bed because I had a TV in my room.
That's so premeditated, dude. That's like
I'd go to bed because you had the TV guide, so you can go to those channels and look what's on later.
Yeah.
And it would be like, I forget what the titles would be. They'd have like weird titles, but I'd be like, that's gonna be tits. 3 a.m. So I'd put the alarm.
Yeah, because in the descriptions, you were relying so much on those descriptions where it said nudity.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so even a PG-13 might have nudity.
Might have like some.
And you'd watch like a lot of my early movie watching was influenced just by when I could see breasts.
You'd watch all those films.
Yeah.
Just for the.
You'd watch so many bad movies.
Yeah, for the opportunity.
Just for the opportunity. I just want the opportunity.
And it might be.
Dude, to set an alarm though is so crazy. Like that's like you're taking birth control.
Yeah, I used to sleep. I used to be like, all right, 2 a.m.
Like
go to sleep. And
you're like the Jocko Willink.
The alarm would go off and be like, time to get to work, dude.
Sorry, got to get up at 2. Got to blast.
Rise and grind, dude.
Rise and blast.
And then I'd watch it, then I'd go back to bed.
Wow.
And I get terrible sleep.
yeah, dude, that's so good. That sounds like torture.
My heart is elevated, and I'm like,
yeah. Sounds like absolute torture, dude. No, I used to watch it like one time. I watched it. I was watching Skinemax, and I was flipping back because it was cable. So I was like, I would watch like this. It was called Hollywood Sexcapades. That was the name of the flick.
Yeah.
And I would watch it on like almost low volume, but like you could faintly just hear like you'd faintly hear that.
Yeah.
Because my mom and I lived like together.
Yeah.
So it was just like she lived like just
room.
a couple. She lived like down a hallway.
Yeah.
So like I would hit if I heard anything, like if I heard a rustle, I would just hit last.
Yeah, the last.
Yeah,
you had to
the last button was so clutch.
Because I would put it on Disney Channel as the last.
Yeah.
You had to like.
Mine was School of Rock.
You had to.
So I was like, I was going back between School of Rock and Hollywood Sexcapades, and then like, I was like really into this scene because it was just like this girl was like so hot, and I was just like enthralled. And I heard a sound, but it was just a little too late, and I hit last.
Yeah.
And my mom, because my mom was walking to the hallway, and you could see me from the hallway, but you couldn't see the TV yet. Yeah, you couldn't see the TV.
Yeah.
So she just saw me go. like Kramer. Like just, and then she walked in and she's like, "What were you watching before?" And I was just, "What are you talking about?" And then like it's School of Rock on 3 volumes. So it's just Jack Black going like,
yeah, and she's like, "You can hear that." And you're like, "Man, I hear it."
I was like, yeah, just sometimes I like to, I'm like more of a visual. I like to see the cinematography. So like, I'm like 9 years old,
Yeah.
and then she just comes up, picks up the remote, and hits last, and it's just a close up of a titty, and then somebody coming into frame and just like licking it, and I was just
What did she say?
mortified, huh?
What did she say?
She started talking to me about sex. Like this was like the
Oh,
first, because I was
no.
like, this was before I was even blasting, bro. This was
Oh,
just
you're
like
just
curiosity. This was curiosity.
Those were crazy because
Yeah.
I had a TV in my room from a young age, and I remember I put on something, and I would just get hard, and I was like, "What do I do with this?" I used to grab it and fucking smack
Oh my
it, dude,
God,
'cause I didn't know what to do. I used
That's
to just
crazy.
like bang it on stuff.
Like what? What would you bang it
like a
on?
desk, and just like something would be on the screen, and I'd be like pacing around my room.
Yo, banging a tiny dinky onto a desk is so insane, dude. It
I
sounds
used
like
to take the remote and
yeah.
just fucking.
Imagine somebody seeing you do that.
I know, dude.
Your dad definitely walked in once and saw it and just turned around, just like absolutely walked out.
You don't know what you're doing as a kid.
No,
you
that's
know?
true. That's true.
Nobody ever tells you.
I never banged it against things though.
I didn't like bang it hard, but I was just
Yeah.
like
I would just
pushing
like it was almost like putty, like a like a hard putty. I would just like move it around like a
changing the shape
joystick.
of your
Yeah. I would just be like going like I don't know what I was doing, but any sort of touching felt good. you
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
And then you felt like
But I would put something on it, and I would just sit there hard and be like, wow. Dang.
that's what you do.
Yeah, because then you're like, you don't know what to do.
Yeah, and they would just be. It would be like taking a Blue Chew now,
Right.
because they just wouldn't go
It'd
away.
be like taking a Blue Chew and then tying your hands behind your back. Wearing handcuffs.
What a sick form of torture.
Yeah, that's torture. That's what they were doing to guys in Guantanamo. They're like, eat your Blue Chew cereal while they're handcuffed.
They're just handcuffed, and then some like dude, like they make some dude come in and do like some like little striptease, and then it's just like piped in his music, just like you're gay, you're gay. Yeah,
That's funny.
that's crazy.
Yeah, those early days, man. Wow.
I miss it, dude.
Me too.
Because you used to need no material,
You didn't need much,
dude. You were
just
like,
need,
you were literally like,
even some good cleave.
even just the memory of seeing a girl at school.
Mm-hmm.
That like
Yeah.
that's all you needed.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you
And-
didn't need to see much. Even just like a hot girl. That's it.
Just like I like remember, because like girls started wearing short shorts at the same time we all hit puberty,
Yeah.
and that was just like, that was like the worst day ever.
Yeah.
Looking in retrospect, because it was just like the day that you realize that you're a feral animal,
Yeah.
and like I didn't really see girls like that. I just like saw girls like, oh, she's pretty,
Mm-hmm.
I want to kiss her.
Yeah, yeah.
But then like you're like 13, and then like you see like girls wear short shorts for the first time, and you're just like, oh.
Yeah.
And it's scary, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. I remember not liking it.
Really?
Just like I remember like obviously like obsessing over it, but like
Yeah.
also having the awareness of like I don't like that I'm coming to class and just like
You're just looking at every girl and you're like,
yeah. But then if they would wear jeans, I'd be like,
you mad? What did you do this to me? You ruined my day.
it's a catch-22,
Yeah. Yeah, man. Those early days were just like you just don't have any control.
No control, dude.
No. Yeah.
Well, that was Blast from the Past.
That was Blast from the Past, guys. Tune
Yeah.
in every week. We're gonna talk
Yeah,
about
subscribe to our
we're
Patreon.
talking about the same story
if
every
you
week.
want to pay, if you want to pay, if you want to pay $1 to listen to Dude's Blast,
Yeah.
that says a lot about you. That you're like that you're a good person. you
Hold
know?
on, were you ever? I was so paranoid. So when I first started blasting, dude, I thought it was cause like my house was so religious. I thought it was like criminal.
No.
I used to be so paranoid that my mom didn't want me blasting, that she would try to catch me. That I was so paranoid that I thought maybe she would hire like a
Private detective?
private investigator to catch me when I'm home alone.
Yeah, you really need a private investigator to see if a kid's beating off.
I mean, I thought
it's
like
so
I thought my
easy.
mom would want to catch me and then like turn me to God in a way. So I used to, before I blasted, I used to look out the window and see if there was any cars parked outside.
What?
I swear to God. And sometimes I'd see a car and I'd look at it for a little bit and I'd be like, is somebody in there? And then I would just go blast. And then sometimes I would like I would look around my shelves in my room and I'd see if there's like a recording device or a camera or something.
You're fucking lying, dude.
I swear, I'm not lying. I swear to God,
That's insane.
I used to be scared.
So you were paranoid busting too.
Yeah, I was scared that I was gonna get caught, and then I was gonna get in the biggest trouble. I think because
Why would they just need a recording device in there?
Cause
like why would they?
they hear me watching something, you know.
Oh,
audio.
Okay.
I would look at stuff and be like, is that a camera? I'm not even lying.
Like,
I was that scared.
You're like Jason Bourne, you're like, there's like 3 exits if I get caught. You know what I mean? Then cue the music.
Yeah. Dude, I remember the worst part about blasting as a young boy in my parents' house was that's gonna be that's too graphic. Too graphic.
We beep that. And then I just go like, what? Ew, dude, and then it just cuts off.
Nah, I won't say that. But I will say, like, I was too...
We'll talk about it off air.
I was too scared to get up at, like, 3 a.m. and go to the bathroom because I feel like I was paranoid my mom would be like, why is he up at 3 a.m.?
Wow.
You know? So
damn,
I would
dude.
just, like...
That's like an insight into your psyche.
I would just... Dude, I used to just... This is so gross. I used to just blast in my pants and then just go to bed. And it was the most... that's why I didn't sleep good, because I'm just wet, dude.
Would you go to school in the same pants?
No, I'd wake up and I'd go shower in the morning before class.
Okay, good.
But I would just blast off at 3 a.m. and then I'd just leave it there in my pants and then go to sleep.
Damn, dude. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I heard from kids that you're supposed to do it in the shower. But I quickly realized that was not my thing.
I learned the hard way that was not my thing because I was taking
soap?
I was taking long showers and the soap
in the pee hole?
Soap burned so bad.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah, so the shower wasn't for me. Yeah. I was just late night.
The paranoia is insane though, like to be that paranoid.
Yeah. When you get the smartphone, that was a game changer.
Yeah. Well, smartphone, yeah, what that did for privatized blasting was revolutionary.
Yeah.
That'd be funny, like when they talk, like when they do an iPhone documentary, and this is like some dude, like, dude, what that did for solitary blasting as a kid it couldn't be. There's no competition.
That's why they're like, that's actually why Steve Jobs made the iPhone.
That's why
we found the secret memo.
he was paranoid. He was like checking he's like trying to get his wife not to catch him blasting.
One time I was using my iPhone and I would always plug headphones in, and I'd be like in my bed and watching something. And then after I blasted, I realized my headphones weren't plugged into the thing. And I was just listening to it loud as fuck in my room. And I remember once I like turned the phone off, I was like, what the? My headphones are off.
Oh. You ever get the Bluetooth sync?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my paranoia.
And the shitty thing is, it's to my sister's speaker.
Oh.
And I used to tell it as a joke on stage.
Yeah.
But I guess it's been so common. It's happened to so many other people that a lot of people... I've heard that.
That's why I never sync my phone to any other Bluetooth except for mine.
Yeah, I have a very small list of things that my phone will sync to.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, welcome to Blast from the Past.
Well, you don't say welcome when you end it.
Well, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for crawling inside the mind of two.
I don't know if any of this is post-worthy at all.
No, there was some good stuff.
You think so?
Yeah, it just has to be like
chopped up.
Yeah, chopped up.
Yeah, top me.
Top me off.
Anyways, that was Blast from the Past.
Anyways, top me off.
This is probably the only time we're ever gonna do this.
Yep, one and only.
One and only.
Exclusive.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. All right, cool.